snowed last night. We didn't get the really cold temperatures they were talking about, but I think this morning was like 8 above, so that's not bad. It's a lot better than 5 below. They've changed the forecast. Next Sunday, the high it's supposed to be 2 below, with a low of I think it was 12 below. But anyhow, it snowed last night. We got ½ inch, maybe an inch. So today I am going to run up the mountain here to where I ended up catching that wolf in the snare last year, and see if there's any tracks, and whether there are or not. I think I'm going to put out a few snares. Like I said, I'm not going to catch a dang thing in the back of the truck, and if I have traps set, snares or foot traps, either one, I have some chance. If I don't have any out, then I have no chance. So that's kind of the idea. Let's see, put this in the four-wheel drive. The other thing too, if I'm up here, if I got traps out, by law I have to check them no further apart than 72 hours. And so if I got traps set, I have to drive up here every 3rd day, if not sooner. And just doing that alone, I might end up finding some tracks someplace, or see one run across the mountainside, or who knows. So that's my thought anyhow. Besides, the dogs have been having withdrawals. Thing is, it snows just a little too deep. I get over there and it bogs down the truck a little bit. And I'm going up the hill. So what I'm doing here is I'm dragging a beaver carcass, and that black thing's a chicken that Cindy had died. And on my back trail, that dragging it will create a scent trail. I drug it up the road a little ways with the pickup truck. I drug it through that gap right there and put a snare right there. And I'm putting another snare right here. This one, I like the way these are rigged up. I learned this from that trapping class, the one that the wolf trapping class that Idaho makes you take. What this is real stiff, number 9 wire, and I've got this spooled around a screwdriver so it creates a swivel. That is a nut that is heated to take the temper out. There's actually 2 of them there, and a small washer on the end of the cable. And down here you have your snare lock. You bring that up tight to here, and that creates the size of the loop you need. This thing here, this cable is actually cut, and that is a double ferrule that's been crimped. So what that does is when this snugs down, it'll leave a loop that's probably 4 inches, maybe a little less than 4 inches, then an elk leg can come out of. And the the other thing it does, if with enough pressure, this will pop apart. If I caught a moose or a elk, it's supposed to come apart. Or grizzly bear. We don't have the grizzly bears here much, but that lawsuit, that's one of the things they're claiming is the snares are getting them. But from what I was reading, Idaho says there has been no grizzly bears caught in Idaho documented. So, I don't know. I don't think they have much of a lawsuit, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, this needs adjusted a little bit more. That's too low, but I'll turn this on again here in a second. Okay, there's that one finished. I like my loops a little more round than that one. That one kind of finished out teardrop shaped, but it should be okay. One thing that could get a fella in big trouble is your trap tags. Last year I made up some. What this is just a chunk of copper tubing, and I run a wire through it and then hammer it flat. Now on the back side, I mean, I don't don't want you to see the number, but on the other side I have my trap tag number on there. And Idaho, they issue a six-digit number to every trapper that asks for one, and you can use that instead of your name and address, and it makes it a lot easier to make the tags and things unless you just go and buy them. Anyway, that one, I didn't even realize it until last year, the end of season. I could have gotten in a lot of trouble for that, but I had the wrong number on some of them, not all of them, but some of them had the wrong number. And I don't know how I did that. I was watching a movie and making trap tags while I was sitting on the couch, and somehow or another I grabbed the wrong number on a couple of them. That was one of them. So now some of these I have them made out of just a little chunk of beer can with a piece of string on them. So kind of like I say, it's kind of a frightening thing. It doesn't take much to get a guy into trouble. Luckily, I didn't. So, check your trap tags if you're making them yourself. Okay, there's 3. Now, that's the trouble with a lot of these game laws, and actually laws in general. You know, it's not illegal to be stupid. If it was, boy, you think the jails are overcrowded now. Holy cow. But you do have to kind of pay attention. They don't know whether or not you did something on purpose or if you're just an idiot. And so you're going to get in trouble. Well, anyway, I'm sure glad I noticed that, because there's still a couple in here. I've been checking every tag, and a couple of them have been wrong. So, anyhow, just something to think about. So this spot here, I left that ribbon up there, because this is where I got my one and only snared wolf so far. It's pretty open. I mean, there's a big gap here. And last time I fenced it off just a little bit with a couple of sticks. So I'll do that again here, but I'm definitely going to set one in this spot again. My lucky place after all. And that's how that one finished out. And that one there, I believe is 7. That's one thing. Count what's in your bucket and write it down before you start setting snares, because it's easy to forget how many you put out. But anyhow, so that's that's a start. At least now I have a reason to keep coming up here. And I don't know. I hope the wolves come back through here. They did it a couple of times last year, 2 or 3, and then I finally ended up catching the one. But there's no sign here now. I don't know if they've been here all year. Now there's some older tracks like these here that, I mean, it's really hard to tell. They got too much snow in them to know what they are for sure. They're possibly wolf, but I kind of bet against it, really. Well, the only thing left to do now is to wait for the wolves and find a spot for my trail camera too. That way, if there's any hanky-panky, hopefully I know who did it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll have a little luck. At least I got a better chance now than in the back of my truck. So, see you next time. Bye. Didn't take that eagle very long at all. Find my blood trail here. Hopefully he doesn't find the beaver and fly off with it too. But where I unloaded that, one of the beaver feet was here. I didn't see that fall out. When I come down the road here, there he was.